statement by Judith Butler, now a quite renowned figure of the left and the boycott movement, at a teach-in in Berkeley in 2003, where she declares, well, you know, Hamas and Hezbollah are part of a progressive world movement, even though she, of course, has various disagreements with them. You can find this on YouTube, by the way. One need not make accusations, call names, but one does need to wonder about this notion of the barricades and who you find yourself on your side with, whether it's conservative nationalists or Hamas. Let me shift gears for a moment and move in a slightly more historical direction. Did the left have a Jewish problem? I think it's unquestionable that it did, or parts of it did. Or at least that it had very serious problems talking about Jewish matters. Broadly speaking, I think it's a function of a rather difficult relation between, on one hand, the left's universalistic or cosmopolitan aspirations and a troubled search for a social force to realize them, and on the other, problems posed by particular issues, particular problems, particularism in general. That a search for a universalizing agent, has pointed first to the proletariat, later to victims of colonialism, types of third worldism. Postmodernists have a somewhat different take because of their emphasis on the importance of difference, but then that seems to become a universal concept. For me, the key theoretical problem is this. Although it does not explain the virulence with which some on the left speak of Jews or Zionists, or how they've come to lose analytic rigor by conflating Jews with capitalism. The right, of course, contributes the opposite when it provided, when it conflated Jews with communism. But in any event, for our interest, the issue goes back to at least to Marx's writings on the Jewish question. His essay, The Jewish Question, his writings in a book called The Holy Family. Although here some care is needed, since Marx spoke of Judaism in very crude terms that identifies it with capitalism and huckstering, while at the same time he was supporting Jewish political emancipation. But then what are we to do if we jump up to our own time? And we find a French political philosopher in a very renowned position in Paris, Alain Badiou. His volume, Polemics, recently republished in English, has a kind of curious obsession with Jews in Israel. And as has happened for decades in French debates on this, in the intellectual world, gets linked to the Holocaust.